Today is day one in the paint prep for the Project Civic, and I'm going to be prepping the hood for this Ford Mustang hood vent. Yes, you heard that right, a Ford Mustang. I think this is from a Shelby 350, a newer Mustang that I'm going to be fitting this hood vent to my car. Why, you ask? That's stupid. Oh, why are you doing that? You don't need that. You only got a D series. Shut it! I am doing this because last time I was at the track day, I noticed that the left side of the car, where the radiator is and the intake, the hood and the fender were burning hot. So obviously when the radiator blows off, all the hot air that is from the engine blows it right back into the intake. And that's a terrible thing. What I realized is that the hot air under the hood from the manifold, the exhaust manifold, from the radiator, from the engine, it has nowhere to go. So, hood vent time. I looked at a bunch of hood vents, but I saw a couple guys running these Ford Mustang hood vents on their EKs, and I decided that this was the coolest option. So I'm going to be prepping and cutting the hole in the hood for this vent now, so we can vent all that hot air. I'm doing this all now because I don't want to have to try to cut a hole in my hood with brand new paint. So this is why this is kind of the first episode of my paint prep, because I don't want to, ruin my paint job if in case my Dremel skips or something and scratches the paint. So I'm going to cut the hole in preparation for paint. So then once I'm done with paint, I will install the vent. First things first, this is very difficult to do. I will let you guys know. I've been thinking about how to cut this hole in the hood for a long time because I'm not a fabricator, I'm not an engineer. I don't do this for a living. What the issue is with this is that this is not a flat surface. Getting the cut of the hole that is needed is difficult. And plus this doesn't go in this car. The best option is to take either poster board or a big piece of paper and a pencil and get the outline of the indent. That is the size hole that's needed to fit in the hood, because I don't want to cut all the way to the edge. And then this will cover the said hole. I made a tracing basically of the front side, which is the exact same size of the indentation on the opposite side. So then I'm gonna take this, put it on the hood, and cut a hole the size of this, and then this should drop in like so, with some minor adjustments. So, there's these 3 tabs on the end that I need to get cut out as well, but I will probably do that after I get the main hole done. So let's get going. So to start, I'm going to lay a sheet over my engine bay so I don't get 10 trillion metal shavings in my engine bay from the cut of the hood. Now I'm just positioning the hood vent so I can get it where I want it on the hood and a place that looks good. I don't want to have it, too far up the hood. It kind of looks weird. So I decided pretty much in the middle of where the arrow catches are. It worked pretty well, and it looked to how I want it to look. So now I'm just trying to get it straight. You spend a good amount of time finagling it and moving it around and measuring and tweaking it so I could get a good spot for it, and then I will lay the template down and draw with a pencil on the hood the exact place where I'm going to start cutting. Goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Make sure if you're cutting metal to wear gloves. I would say wear goggles for sure, and I also wore a face mask. There's a lot of metal shavings and tiny pieces of metal flying around, so it's never a bad idea. And then I just start cutting. I started this all off with my Dremel because that's really the only tool I have, but I also really think that a small tool like this helps you be a little bit more precise and it helps you not make such big errors. You know, like with a cutoff wheel or a grinder, there's more room for error, and if your tool slips, you're gonna get a bigger gouge in your hood. I learned from the arrow catches that there are obviously two sides to every hood, so you gotta make two cuts. So I'm drawing a rough template here, and then I'll take my Dremel and just go ahead and start cutting the baffling out from underneath the bottom of the hood. Kind of ran into an issue with cutting the hood, and that's really my fault because my Dremel is a Chinese knockoff that I bought off Amazon for 20 bucks, and I may have burned the motor up because it's a lot of cutting. I'm gonna give it a try again tomorrow after it cools down. Maybe it'll work to finish because the baffling on the underside of the hood still has to come out. I'm gonna work on some other stuff to start prepping the car and get going. I'm going to remove the side skirt on this side because I want to get good coverage of paint on those, and I think having them off the car will get a nice coat of paint on those. It's probably the only thing I'm going to remove. I got to prep some other stuff. The spoiler I gotta work on, and the new grill I gotta take those apart, so I'll do that too. So here we go.
Damn.
I had some bad audio on this clip. What I am saying is you're going to want to push the side skirt forward and then pull it off. Don't just pull it straight out or you will break all the clips that are holding it in. As you saw last night, I got the top part of the hood cut off with my Dremel, but I have a cheap knockoff Dremel, and the rule with cheap tools is they break, and that one I think I overcooked it, and so it turns on but then it just kind of shuts right off. Back to Harbor Freight. I almost bought this tool when I was there getting some other stuff, getting my sander. This is like a 3-inch cutoff wheel, so it's basically exactly for cutting metal. It's not really for grinding. This should work good. To finish the baffling off on the hood, on the inside of the hood, and then I'll be able to try to test fit the vent and see if that works. The hole is cut, baffling is cut, it is mostly in. I just have to mock up where these hooks are. These kind of clips that are built in, and it should be good to go. I think it's pretty even on the hood. I measured it from here to here, and here to here, and it is pretty close. So I think this is where it's gonna stay. And I'm going to just have to cut in those marks. It is in. I am so stoked on this. This is awesome. Look at this. Look how flush it is with the hood. It's even. Those tabs on the two, on the each end, they snap in if you don't cut the hole too big. There's a little tab that goes in and out and it snaps in. And then I got, as you saw, I got a nut and a washer to go on the middle screw. This thing is secure. I don't even need to take the 3M tape off, like the cover off, to stick it down. This thing is on there. So it's removable now too. But yeah, look at this. I think this looks killer. And the best part of all is it is functional. See the header right there? So this should really help keep all the heat from the header and everything as well, all in check. So once I get the paint done, this thing's gonna look killer. So that is it for the hood vent episode. I really was happy with how this turned out because it wasn't an easy process. Installing a part on your car that doesn't belong isn't easy. So, but it really, the final result was really awesome. And I can't wait to see how it looks with brand new paint on this car. I'm going to be starting the process of prepping the car for paint. And I wanted to let you guys know about my painter, my friend Adam over at Throttle Chaos Garage in Orlando, Florida. He has a brand new YouTube channel. It's called Bode Vision. And I'm going to be putting a link to his brand new YouTube channel in the description below. And also I'm going to be putting a link in on the screen in an iCard. So please stop watching me now. Click the link and go subscribe to his channel. Please. I want to help him as a brand new YouTuber. I want to help him build his audience. So please go from our channel to his, subscribe to his channel and watch his videos. He's doing some awesome stuff with cars. He's doing Hondas, he's doing muscle cars, he's a painter, he's a fabricator, and he's doing quality work. So please go subscribe to Adam's channel and then follow the process of my car being painted. I'm going to start the process here in my garage. I'm going to be prepping the body. I'm going to be sanding. I'm going to be doing body filler. I'm going to be getting the car ready for paint. And then I'm going to be giving it to Adam. And you're going to see the process of my car get painted on his channel. So please subscribe to his channel so you don't miss anything. And then subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next week for the process to begin. Start sanding and blocking the car out. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.